Looks like we're going live. I hope we're going live. As per usual, I always have this moment of anxiety when I start these live streams where I'm like, oh man, I hope it's working. But we've already got a couple of folks in the stream. Oh my goodness. Happy Wednesday, everybody. Good afternoon. I hope you're doing fantastic today. As you could tell by the thumbnail, got a bunch of Hostess donuts with me today. Got a ton of pretty exciting stuff going on today, actually. A bit of it's a nice refreshing change from the usual, like, I'm sitting at home and doing nothing kind of stuff that's been going on these last couple of weeks. So I'm going to dump all these donuts out into a bowl so that they're a little bit more accessible for me. Oh my goodness, but the usual check-in. I would love to know how everybody's doing today. If you're doing all right, definitely chime in in the chat. I want to hear from you guys. Let me know if anything crazy has been going on for you. Hopefully nothing too crazy. I think that's the good thing to have happening in the middle of a pandemic, right? Open. So with these Hostess donuts, I was able to find two varieties. These Crunch Mini Crumb Donuts and the Powdered Sugar Donuts. You know, I'm not going to complain about either of those, but I wish I was able to find the glazed donuts. Because, I mean, those are the best Hostess donuts, right? I think unequivocally, that's no argument. The glazed Hostess donuts are the best. Alright, one more. Let's see if I can open this thing up, and then I can actually, like, pay attention to the chat, see what's going on with you guys, and, yeah, get to the topics of the day. There we go. That wasn't so bad. And what is on these mini crunch donuts? I don't even know. They're just like little textured pieces of sugar or something. I don't want to hold it out from above this bowl because it's going to sprinkle everywhere and make a mess. All right. As I said at the top of the live stream, got some really exciting stuff going on in the world of competitive eating. I noticed that, you know, we've been in lockdown for several weeks. We've had so many eating contests and sporting events canceled since then, since like mid-March. And the cancellations just keep on rolling. Like, I was going to do a contest in the middle of May, and that got canceled. So I had to cancel some flights and everything like that. However, I saw on Twitter this morning, Major League Eating had tweeted, and you can find Major League Eating at twitter.com/eating contest. So they tweeted, "Sports are back. The Beta Online AG Quarantine Challenge starts Friday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time." So that's going to be super awesome. You've got a link to youtube.com/Major League Eating, so I assume that's where we're going to be watching it. And the 8 people who will be participating in it are Joey Chestnut, Matt Stoney, Mickey Sudo, got Badlands Booker, Darren Breeden, Triple OG, that's Gideon OG, and Nick Weary. So we've got a heck of a lineup there. And I saw, what's awesome is they even have betonline.ag/sportsbooks. So they've got a link to, like, the betting odds for who's going to win. And they have it under Thursday, the 16th. So I wonder if that's yeah, I wonder if that's like when they're going to open up the books to let people bet or what's going on there. So some really super interesting stuff there. I'm actually going to read down through these because, let's see, they've got betting for the fastest time to complete round 1. Oh, and I should mention that this virtual eating contest is going to be several rounds, and I assume it's just like the top couple who win a round move on to the next round or something along those lines. So the first round is going to be 2 pounds of sliced bologna. And I assume it's going to be live streamed on everybody's YouTube channel, all piped to Major League Eating. It's going to be really awesome. So I'm looking forward to that. It's been so long since we had any eating contests or anything like that. Great to see that Major League Eating is stepping up and setting these things up. This contest, they actually have a giant prize purse for this contest. I read, let's see if I can find this again on the page. I know this makes super exciting live streaming for me to be reading off of the screen. Here we go. So the competition will feature $11,500 in prize money, with $5,000 going to the winner, which is insane. In addition, MLE and BetOnline.ag will donate $10,000 to Feeding America. Cool, that's awesome. Good for you guys. And those wishing to make a donation can do so at www.feedingamerica.org. Well, that's pretty awesome that they're actually doing this with charity. Oh, my goodness. So, yeah, let's catch up with, see who's in the chat. I got a couple of folks who are watching right now. Thanks, everybody, for joining the stream. Eric Winokur says, hey, Steve. Good to see you, Eric. Good to know that you're still alive, still kicking. Igloo Dude says, hello, Steve. How was your run today? Assuming you went on one. Man, I did go on a run this morning, and I was dragging so bad. Like, I've felt really fatigued these last couple of days. So I hope that I'm not getting sick. I had to stop mid-run because of this horrible coughing fit, so that's definitely no good. Hopefully I don't have the coronavirus. But yeah, I'm hoping that I'm able to pick it up. Fabian asks, "Hey Steve, so what did you eat for breakfast?" I didn't have much. I didn't have much of a breakfast this morning. It was a cup of tea before I went for a run, so that was about it. AJAT says, "Hostess and Little Debbie's are the only ones that make real strawberry donuts. I mean, the dough itself is made from strawberries and not just regular donuts with strawberry icing on top." Whoa, that's awesome! I never knew that. I'll have to check that out. See, next time I see strawberry donuts, I'll have to try them. I'm sure that I've tried them in the past, but now that I know that, I'm going to have to pick them up and pay real attention to that. Of course, I got my extra wide dunking mug to be dunking my Hostess donuts in. So I'm going to look at the betting odds for this Major League Eating event that's happening online. I'm curious to know what these guys think. So we've got negative 120 and negative 110 on whether the first round will be completed in under or over 69 seconds. Now, I would be astounded if these guys weren't able to eat 2 pounds of bologna in less than, if it took them longer than 69 seconds to finish this round. Pardon me. We've got Joey Chestnut and Matt Stoney. I mean, the two guys on top of Major League Eating. I noticed that Jeff Esper isn't going to be a part of this, so I think it's going to be between those two guys. Hopefully, we'll see how Matt Stoney does. I know he's kind of hit and miss lately, but Joey Chestnut, really reliable. Got Darren Breeden right there. Now, I've competed against Darren Breeden in a couple of contests before, and I know that he's a super fast eater, so you can't count him out on this. Gideon Oji, I don't know. I'm kind of bullish on Gideon Oji. I don't know what he can do. Mickey Sudo and Michelle Lesko are going to be representing the ladies, it looks like. I have a feeling between those two, it's going to be Mickey Sudo. I don't know. I haven't actually seen Mickey compete before, so that's going to be really interesting. And we have Nick Weary and Eric Booker rounding out the bottom of the betting odds. Eric Booker, he's an interesting guy. I think he's got a heck of a personality. I've seen a couple of his videos. Super entertaining guy. But I've never actually like paid attention to how well that guy can eat. So I don't know if he earned his spot on the bottom of that ranking or what. Oh, it looks like there's betting odds between Mickey Sudo and Michelle Lesko, with Mickey at -175 and Michelle at +145. So it looks like they've got the odds on Mickey Sudo, so that makes sense. They've got betting odds between Matt Stoney and Joey Chestnut. I have a feeling, it's more reputation than anything else. For why there's betting odds against those two. I feel like it'd be between Chestnut and Breeden right now, actually, if anything. But yeah, if you want a safe bet, I think that if you put down a couple of bucks on the first round being done in under 69 seconds, that's like guaranteed money right there. We've got one for the slowest time to complete round one. And over or under 95 seconds. They've got -220 on under 95 seconds. That's a good one. I don't know which way I would go on that one. Competitive eating. Will anyone vomit? Got no, -1600, and yes, +800. Yeah, I don't think anybody's gonna vomit. Yeah, I think that's just anybody who bets on that. That's just giving them money. And then we've got odds on whether Matt Stoney is going to make it to the final round, with no being -220. Ooh. So they are not confident in Matt Stoney, it looks like. Yeah, I'm super interested to see how this thing is going to shake down. I know for a fact I'm going to be tuning in to Major League Eating's YouTube channel on Friday to see how this stuff shakes out. Like I said, it was 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, which is 4 p.m. Seattle time. I hope that you guys watch. If you guys do, you can jump on Twitter, tweet at Eating Contest, or you can tweet me, Steve.The.Rabbit. It'd be great to get some interactivity going so that we're all watching it together. I have been neglecting the chat, though, rambling on about this exciting eating contest that's happening. Fabian asks, do you eat salads in a normal day? Yeah, man. I eat tons of vegetables. I have noticed that I've been getting these little red spots around the corners of my mouth, which is typically a sign of a biotin deficiency. So I think the way that you address that is by eating more fresh vegetables. So I do need to go out of my way to make sure that I'm getting plenty of fresh vegetables right now. Make sure that I'm not just eating canned spinach and canned peas and stuff like that and expecting that to address all of my nutritional needs. It is a little bit tough to maintain fresh vegetables, but I guess it sounds like something that I need to do. AJAT, you wonder why the big chains like Krispy Kreme and Dunkin' Donuts don't make real strawberry donuts. Yeah, I mean, honestly, I think it would be great if they did. The only thing I can think of is that, with fresh baked donuts like they have at Krispy Kreme, I don't know how they do it at Dunkin' Donuts, but they usually have a conveyor belt showing that it's open for everybody to see the donuts being made right there at Krispy Kreme. And with the extra strawberries in there, I could only imagine that it increases the moisture content, so maybe that makes frying a little bit difficult. And I can't imagine that, fresh strawberries would be cheaper to have than artificial junk. Good question. I would love to see that kind of stuff at more shops. Marlo Nuker, good to see you, man. Welcome to the chat. Says this is your first time jumping in on one of the live streams. Oh, welcome to the channel. I hope you enjoy it. You mentioned that you're always hungry. Just made a video about Hostess 2, lol. Awesome. Well, all the power to you. More Hostess for everyone. EJ says, afternoon, Steve. Another sugar-filled live stream? Most excellent. You know it, man. Sugar-filled. Hopefully this will help pick me up for my morning sluggishness. So let's see. On top of Major League Eating, doing a bunch of awesome stuff right now. Good for them for getting back on the horse and making sure that these eating contests are still happening. Pardon me. But a little bit smaller impact, probably. If anybody listens to the awesome competitive eating podcast, Finks.The.Rabbit.Eats, if you're not familiar with those guys, very entertaining podcast. They release a podcast about once every week or two about competitive eating and just, rambling about stuff in general. It's really entertaining. I love those guys. They do a great job. But they have their annual Finks Award, which just sounds hilarious. I mean, with a podcast that's called Fink Beats the Stomach, how can you not like that? But anyway, the annual Finks Award, they said that they're releasing a podcast today announcing all the different nominees and everything like that. So you can follow them at twitter.com/ I assume it's FBTS pod, something like that. Download the episode today. Check them out. See if they announce my name or something. I'd love to have my name announced at some category. They said the 3 categories that they have are the Best Muggle Award, which is like the best competitive eater, like the biggest achievement about not competitive eating or something along those lines, you know. So I went ahead and nominated Brett Healy for that one because that guy recently put on a charity race event about eating donuts and running. I think it was like 2.5 or 3 miles. And I know putting together a race is a huge, huge task. So excellent job to that guy. If he comes up in the polls, make sure you vote for him. Then they have the Eater of the Year, which, I don't know, pretty self-explanatory there, I guess. And the third one, which escapes me at the moment. Oh my goodness. Why can I not remember what it is? I'm sure it'll come to me later. But anyway, I was a little bit bummed to see that they didn't have a Rookie of the Year category, because I thought that I would have a pretty good chance of getting that one. But that's all right. It's all in good fun. Oh my gosh, these donuts are really, really good. I don't know what it is about these like packaged donuts. They're definitely not the same as fresh baked donuts or like yeast risen donuts or classic donut stuff like that. But it's hard to say which like whether one or the other is better, because these are 2 different things. And nice and toothsome. Got a little bit of a bite to it, and super sweet. Always got to get your sugar. Looks like EJ coming in with a question. Says, you've noticed that I do a lot of sugary challenge in the live streams. What are my top 3 favorite desserts and sugary treats? I don't know, man. That's a good question. If I had to go top 3, I mean, I love Reese's Peanut Butter Cups. And I've mentioned a couple of times that cheesecake is my favorite dessert. But if I had to choose a third, that would be tough. I don't know. Might be like a lemon meringue pie or a key lime pie or something along those lines. Or good apple pie. I'm going to say apple pie. An apple pie with a crumb crust on top. So, so delicious right there. But yeah, that's a tough one, man. Because there's so many options out there to go with. Now, AJAT, you say in the future, if I'm looking for great pizza, I'm planning to travel to the East Coast. I highly recommend Michelle's Italian Pizzeria in Stamford, Connecticut. I'll keep that in mind if I'm ever in town, man. Hopefully on July 4th, I'll be traveling to New York. I haven't counted that out yet. It's kind of up in the air with, like, events just keep on getting canceled further and further into the future. Got this kind of rolling shenanigans going on where everything just keeps on getting canceled. I was pretty glad to see that tax day got pushed back, so we can all, sit on that for another couple of months. Pardon me. There I go again, coughing. Like I say, I hope it's not the coronavirus. Luckily, if it is the coronavirus, then I'm remote from you guys, so I'm not going to be infecting anyone. Oh, it's Michael's Pizza, not Michelle's Pizza. Yeah, looks like I misread that. I have my computer monitor on like a super small resolution, or no, it's a super high resolution right now. So everything on the screen is pretty small. Unfortunately, since I'm working from home, I'm using a less than optimal setup. It's like at my office, I usually have, 2 monitors and 2 televisions for my work, and it's really nice. Oh my gosh. I need to drink something. I feel that tickle in my throat. Yeah, most people in my office have at least 2 monitors. A couple of my colleagues, I know one guy even has 6 monitors in front of him, which is, it seems like overkill, but if it works for him. But unfortunately, I do only have the 1 monitor, so I need to have everything at a super high resolution so I can have like as many windows as I possibly can on it. Oh, I should see if I could hook up my television to this, because I got a decent TV. Like a 50-inch television for computer work. That'd be pretty awesome. Oh my gosh. Speaking of work, though, and for whatever reason, I've got something caught in my throat, which is making me cough so much. Maybe it's some stray powdered sugar went down the wrong hole or something like that. I don't know. Let's catch up on some of the comments. So AJT, if I'm ever there, I'm going to check out Michael's Pizza. Guarantee it. EJ asks, curious to know which restaurant food challenge was my favorite and which one was the most memorable. Oh my gosh, I've done so many. Which one was my favorite and which one was the most memorable? That's a tough one, man. I've done so many of them. I think the most memorable one would either be Cafe 24 in Hawaii, because that was the first one that I tried. Completely, I didn't even come close to finishing that. Or just last year when I got to do a challenge with Randy Santel. I thought that was totally epic when I was there with Randy. There was Max Carnage from Portland and Katie Prittiman. And the 4 of us were doing Sam's Tavern Challenge in downtown Seattle. So that's got to be, I think that one takes the cake pretty easily. More and More Food says, hi, Donettes looks great. Excellent. The donuts taste great, bud. Thanks for coming to the live stream. And AJAT says, hopefully it's only allergies. Tree pollen is high today. Yeah, I think the pollen has been really killing me. I mean, usually it's really rainy this time of year in the Pacific Northwest. And since it's been very dry, like every time I go for a run, my eyes start watering, my nose, starts running. It's pretty bad, but hopefully you're right. Hopefully that's all it is. Well, I've been chowing down on a lot of donuts. As per usual, it's great to catch up with you guys. Great to put this out in the world. Great to see everybody is still alive, still kicking. Great to say hi to everyone in the live chat. So, I think that since I'm just about out of milk, there we go. No more of that left. It's probably about time to get back to work. So I hope you guys have an awesome rest of the week. Hopefully I'll be able to keep on continuing this. See you guys again tomorrow. And hopefully I can get this frog out of my throat. Oh my goodness. But until tomorrow, I hope you guys have a good one. I hope you stay happy, stay healthy. Make sure you're taking care of yourselves, both physically and mentally. Make sure you're getting out, getting some sunshine. And until next time, peace out. You guys take it easy.